Archangel Michael is with you again.
Oh, bless him. Does he want to come through? Thank you, Archangel Michael. Blessings. I am Delia. For those of you who do not know who I am Barbara's higher self. I am here to be with all of you, and it's a great pleasure to be here at the group tonight. I am so pleased that I'm able to come through to speak to all of you. Do you have any questions? And if you have questions, please make sure that they're true and false. That'd be great. Thank you. Just kidding.
Multiple choice.
I will not be here long, but I will be here for a short time.
Thank you. Is there anything that you can sense within our higher selves that we need at this time, that you and the others of our light team are assisting each of us with?
Please repeat that.
Is there anything that you can see that this group of people need at this time, that as you connect with our higher selves and be energized?
It's a little hard to understand, but that's okay. With your higher selves, as you know, they're all here, of course. But to connect with them, is that what you're asking?
Yes. If there's anything that you want to share as you connect with each of our higher selves, because when we join our hearts together, I know that we're connecting. Okay.
When I'm connecting with Barbara, she's connecting with me. It's always a pleasure because she will repeat my name a couple of times, just so that I can hear her, of course, but just so that I can come through to be with her when she channels, so that we can open up her more, so that she can receive clearer messages that come through, so that she can be sure of herself that these messages are coming through her higher self and not from her. She focuses on the energy of feeling the energy of myself and whoever else comes through. She is very pleased that she's able to start doing this, and she takes a while to start getting prepared to channel. As you notice, she has her eyes closed while she's going through the channeling process, listening to others speak. But she takes a while, she prepares even before she gets online to connect to who she wants to connect to, so that she can get clear and direct message through for her. So I always make sure that we come through as the purest as we can cut through for her. So does this answer your question?
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Also, I thought that by having her connect with you more and channel you, that your connection with her would also get stronger just by answering that question. a little bit of the elven part of me comes through with a little bit of trickery.
That's not a true and false question. Just kidding.
Is it true or false?
True. Oh, this is fun. I'm glad I came through tonight. I'm glad she called me. I always love coming through to have fun. It's always fun to have fun.
Agreed, 100%. Ladies, any questions?
No questions. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
So I wonder if you can tell me, when I was in Mount Shasta, a lot of the time that I was there, that we were there, I felt almost like in a dream state, and I'm like almost like I was half there, like half in the physical, half kind of off, maybe an astral, doing some work or something, or connecting with galactic families, or who knows. But I felt, yeah, very much like kind of in both worlds. And I'm just wondering if, and since we've gotten back, I've been, sleeping a lot, or just in and out, and yes, shifting dimensions, like was mentioned previously. But I'm wondering if you could speak to any of that, as to some of those experiences or feelings while we were there, and also since we've been back, if we're just kind of integrating the energies, or like was mentioned, we're becoming more consciously aware of when we're shifting into different dimensions and such.
But the energy that was going on with Mount Shasta and your group, there's a lot of energies, a lot of fluctuations that were going on between realms, between everything that you can imagine. So yes, you were connected, and you were connecting to other dimensions, other realms, other beings, etc. You may not have known it at one level, but on another level, you were connecting with them. On the conscious level, maybe not, but on the unconscious level, you were connecting with all kinds of energy, all beings, and they were there to support you with what you were doing, and very happy with what all of you were doing. It really was a great pleasure to watch you grow. So does that answer your question?
Yes, that was beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just
Yes,
seems-
before you spoke, I was like, I could see the energies over there at Mount Shasta, and seeing you fluctuate between the energies and feeling those energies and growing spiritually in other ways with those energies. All of you, actually.
Yeah, beautiful.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and I had an experience a couple, was it 2 days ago, I think, where I fell asleep after work, and I just fell asleep in my chair and just like completely conked out. And then like an hour later, it felt like I woke up, and like I fell asleep around 4 p.m. and then I felt like I woke up at like 4:45, because like it seemed like I woke up and I looked around for my cell phone and found it in my lap, and I looked at it and it said 4:45, and then I thought I set it down next to me, and then I fell back asleep, and like the next moment, it seemed like a moment later, I woke up and it was like 5:10. And I was kind of like, well, where did my cell phone go? And it was sitting on the charger in the kitchen. And I was like, how did it get there? And I think I remember putting on the charger like probably around 3 or 3:30 or something. And so I'm just wondering if that was like one of those dimensional shifts that I was experiencing, where like it was like lucid dreaming, but it was like I was actually experiencing like a timeline switch or something.
It was both your lucid dreaming, and was also a timeline where you got up to get the phone. You don't remember because you're in that state of, what we call it, another dimension, more or less. It's simple. So yes, it did happen, and it's something that's going to be coming up more and more as time goes on, as your vibration raises, and all that good stuff that's going to be coming in the future for all of you.
Beautiful.
So yes, does that answer the question?
Yes, because it just seems like it's becoming more and more difficult to like focus on 3D tasks. And it seems like time is such a fluid concept now, like it doesn't even exist, where you get up in the morning and before you know it, it's nighttime, and I feel like I'm getting like nothing done. But it's, yeah, but I don't feel necessarily like, I feel like I need to get certain things done, like for my 3D job or whatever, but then at the same time, I don't feel the motivation or the programming anymore of like, you have to get X, Y, and Z done like today or something, it's like, oh, it can get done tomorrow. So I'm definitely experiencing, all these just shifting in and out of dimensions, and trying to get used to that. And I know it's all part of this, this process of ascension, enlightenment, and that we're all going through different variations, I think, right now of this. So, but yeah, it's good to keep in mind, it's all happening for a good purpose. We're all on the right path, and
Yes.
and we are well supported, and loved. So yes, and thank you for
Yes.
bringing
You're
that
experiencing more of
reminder.
it, yes.
Yes.
Because Barbara X is experiencing a lot of different things. Like time doesn't even exist for her anymore. She has no idea what day it is.
Yeah, I
that
feel that way sometimes.
She
Yes.
has to look at her cell phone to see what day it is. So she's also experiencing this, but she loves it. She feels like she's at home with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I almost have to force myself to do 3D things or focus on my
Yes,
3D work some days. And it's hard. It's hard to like, yeah, put my focus there when there's so many other enjoyable things to do, you know, on a day-to-day basis that are following your joy, following your bliss. Yeah. So,
yes. It's just wonderful, isn't it? To
yes, it is.
experience all of this and to know that you're ascending as needed.
Yes. Now,
So
do
are
you
there
have
any
it?
other, sorry.
Do you have any message for Barbara? Anything that would help
She's
her on her journey?
she's doing a wonderful job, and as she already knows that Archangel Michael is with her a lot, not a lot, but with her much lately. He's been with her for a while. He's watching and observing, and she knows this. So she's going to possibly, hopefully, she'll start channeling with him just so that she can learn more as to what she's needed to do from him. But her message is she's doing a great job, and she still needs to accept it, believe it herself. But she gets feedback from other people. Like she got feedback today. And then other people too. She's doing a good job. So it's just her getting confidence.
Yeah, she's channeling you wonderfully. So we definitely appreciate you coming today.
Thank you. It's much fun. And any other questions before I leave?
Wendy has one.
I have
Okay.
one. So while we were in Mount Shasta, we were being told that we were going to connect in with some ascended masters. Now we did get in contact with Lord Kuthumi. He came through and had a lot of fun, playful messages that he gave us. Oh, under the the 8th graders' favorite topic, poopies.
So I'm sorry, but your question is?
So my question is, what other ascended masters did we actually connect in with? I know that there were some, but I felt like it was unconscious to be discovered at a later time.
Yes, you did connect with them. Are you asking for specific ones?
Yeah.
Well, I believe Kuthumi was there. Joshua or Jesus. Some archangels. It's almost like I hear Archangel Michael saying, I was there.
Yeah, he was.
Those are the ones that come to my mind.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And thank
You're
you for your
welcome.
joy and your delightful channeling today.
Thank you.
Barbara is doing a wonderful job.
I'll let her know. Any other questions before I leave? Okay,
No,
well, I'm
we're all
going to say
good.
goodbye. Sorry.
Thank
I will
you.
say
Blessings
goodbye
to
at
you.
this moment. So much blessings and bless all of you and keep up the good work. Much love.
Thank you.
Much love.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Much love.
Much love. Okay.
Ku anyara to hoinara kaira to hoinara ki to anara. E ko anara kaira taia to. Kush granara kahita koro tu e tahi ka ono koina a pa ia kaha huiana ratara tokoa. Go. Greetings. Although my presence is here, the channel prefers, shall we say, to connect in more telepathically with the beings that she's connecting with. Although she feels our energies and she feels your energies and connects in with the vibration, the frequency, to hear the words, which that's all the words are anyway, is vibration and frequency. I come to you as Benra. Koranakaha. Ora. Speaker for the Ra Collective. Yes, Wendy was feeling the heat clearing sensation of preparation for my energy to come in, because holding not only the raw energy, but the raw collective energy is multidimensional. So as you are connecting in more with your multidimensional selves, you will also be connecting in more with your multidimensional selves. Therefore, here I am. What news of the day? You are only on the verge, the edge of what is coming, but you know this already. This is not new news. It's just news of the day. As you begin to see more, sense more, connect more readily, connect more easily, shall we say, your practices are important to stay within yourselves at this time. Connecting in with your heart space, with that secret chamber within your heart that presides over this being, over your being. You may be experiencing clearing similar to what this one has, with emotional releases, unexpected sadness, pains within the body, very physical, very real, being released from past lives, from past hurts, from past wounds. Many of you have been soldiers and warriors and have been, shall we say, killed in various manners. Those clearings for those lives, having been captured and perhaps dealt with in a harsh manner, or simply felt another's sword. And not that you haven't had lives where you were on the other end of the sword, issuing the blows, or other various weapons. But many of you have these physical wounds in the etheric, as the innate body does not forget. So at this time, we ask you to speak to your innate body if you're feeling weird twinges in the body, unusual sensations, such as this one who had been explaining the feeling stabbed in the heart in various places, in the side, in the chest, in the back of the neck. wounding within the thigh, both of them, pain within the hips. All of this is energetic memory to be released. So when you speak to your innate, and as you are asking your innate to allow the transference of this energy back to the light, that you no longer need to carry this wounding of the body from past lifetimes, as we step into the higher dimensional frequencies that are certainly already on your planet, but not at the levels required for the majority. As we near the seasons of Thanksgiving and the holiday of Hanukkah and Christmas, as others join together in communion with family, with intentions of blessings and additional joy from the rest of the year, you will sense more of this releasing. And you will also, if you have been working on your frequency and clearing previously, begin to experience your manifestations and synchronicities more rapidly, shall we say. Caution, do not think the words, "Oh man, this is a lot of shit." You may soon find some at the base of your shoe. But it's a training period to make you aware of your thoughts, of your emotions, so that the kindness of the light of God, of Source, who is creator of all that is, of the central sun, soul of the Most High, oftentimes we encourage you to connect in through the sun and through the moon. Remember your chanting of old. Find time to connect with your ohms or other chantings that resonate with you, or simply allowing the sound to come as it may. Ask for the light to stream not only down from the heavens and into your being, but also up from Gaia, as she carries many of her light codes within her being for you to once more resonate and connect with. As you find yourself connecting more and more with the elemental realm, here is where you will find the magic within, the magic of you as a being, as a soul, in your strength, in your power, in your awareness. Come to us then with your questions. Perhaps you find yourself clearing in this energy, and that is acceptable as well.
I have a question. So when it comes to, so lately I've been feeling like kind of that 3D fear-based impulse based on old programming. I don't feel that anymore as far as my job is concerned, or as far as getting 3D tasks done, or I just don't feel that inner motivation. So it's almost like I feel like I have to like force myself to get things done, but then at the same time it's like time doesn't exist, where time just flies by during the day. And then also, yeah, feeling like I need to take regular naps, like to like integrate energies and stuff like that. So it's been since coming back from Mount Shasta the last week and a half, 2 weeks. How long has it been? About a week and a half. It's been difficult, and I know Wendy's experienced this as well. So I'm wondering if you can, if you have any insights around that, or how for us to better deal with that on a day-to-day basis, like dealing with the 3D world and then dealing with our ascension process.
Yes, you all have been experiencing, those who have been to Mount Shasta in recent days past. Are the days actually past? No, of course not. They are still with you. You are multidimensional and filling the spiral self of yourself within the here and the now and the then and the when and the we and the are and the all of it, shall we say. So as your bodies are assimilating to these higher frequencies, and I would say similar to others in your group who are feeling tired and need to go and rest, do this. Your physical bodies do need this rest, as these frequencies are changing your body's structure. These crystalline energies coming on strong, the rest is required. So yes, thank your innate and listen to your body as it's asking you to rest. Go ahead and rest. On these occasions where you are stepping away from the awareness of zoning out for 15 minutes at a time, falling asleep at your desk, feeling that you've been somewhere but not somewhere, and that quantum feeling, as this one describes, of feeling the energies around her and not quite sure of her presence, and similar to you, feeling unable to focus on the work or the task at hand. Some of the letting go of the task at hand is your letting go of old programming, as these limiting beliefs of not necessarily this lifetime, but lifetimes of I must work hard to be paid a wage. I must be available at all times in case they call me. I must be at my desk and shall not tarry, lest the bosses or management find that I've, similar to the movie with Bob Cratchit, not earned my keep. As these energies are coming up to be released from multiple lifetimes by you and your vessels at this period of linear time, shall we say, you are doing the work of many and assisting many of your past lives. So many, so numerous. This will continue for, well, longer than you probably care to know. However, you are doing quite well at the integration. And once you get through these recent light codes upgrades from Mount Shasta, from your own releasing, for those of you who didn't necessarily go to Mount Shasta or another sacred place to do these clearings and work and integrating and sending your own light codes into the area, clearing old dark energies, frequencies, connecting in once more with Mother Gaia, with the elemental realm, with the nature beings that are in the various locations during your travels. When the time comes, and perhaps it's watching this video, that your activations begin as light codes were distributed during prior channeling by the Farouk, and of course by myself. As these codes of integration begin to work into your beings, your soul will hear the calling. Some that stumble across it may find themselves in their awakening. We laugh because your future selves are already awake. Does this answer your question? Or do you need more details?
No, that is wonderful. That was a wonderful response. David or Donnie, do you have any questions?
Questions. Thank you for being here with us. Much love.
Much love to you. Continue on your path.
Thank you.
Stay out of the fear. Do your best to, shall we say, not get involved in the energies of what may be viewed as low frequency news of the current day and so forth. You get my meaning. But you are doing a beautiful job, and your path is brightly ablazoned in front of you, and we thank you for your work. We are honored to have your blessings as we give you ours.
I have something to share.
Thank you.
I was driving when you were speaking and you were talking about something about having pains or sharp things, and as you were saying that, as I was turning the wheel or something, I had a really painful sensation in my finger right after you said it. It was like, ow, like super strong. So that was really quite interesting.
Isn't that wonderful to experience the feeling of the physicality of this life?
I don't know, that one really hurt. I'm like,
Yep.
felt like my finger was getting bent or something. It was just right in the center of one finger, just one finger, and it was like, what did I just
Yes,
do?
we in this group have experienced that as well. We call them zingers.
Yeah, it was, yeah, that's about right.
You may have been zinging in new energies, or you may have been zinging out old energies. You tell me which.
Let me think. Get the answer. Out. We're getting both, though. I keep hearing both. I don't know.
Very
Is
good
that-
job. The out, as you were turning, notice the synchronicities of the turning. You are at a turning point in this awareness of your own being, of the physicality, of the sensations, of what you have chosen to experience. You can always ask your light teams for a less intense experience, if you will, or stay with your contract for the current levels of experience that you are at. Either are acceptable. This is a free world. Make your choice. What suits your preference to bring your highest and greatest joy? Many have heard these words before from various other channelers.
Yeah. Awesome.
What is your highest joy for how you want to experience these sensations?
less of that pain, yeah. Once in a while.
Then
it's
ask for less.
okay. No, it's good. It's once in a while. All right. If there's an actual purpose and meaning to it, then then it's okay, even though you don't like it.
Only
It's
for your heightened awareness.
yeah. If it's
If you
helping
felt
you
your
and
finger tingle, would you have said, oh, my finger fell asleep? But if you got zapped in pain, that was a strong sensation in your body, your mind, your conscious mind speaks to your finger and says, hey, what's happening there?
it's a good point. More awareness of it. Yeah.
To use some colloquial terminologies. So it assists your conscious mind of bringing heightened awareness to certain things above certain other things.
Wow.
Similar to those feeling the actual wave of the Kundalini spiraling up their back.
Mhm. Yeah.
The heat of the energy, of new energies coming. The chill in the air as you sense others' presence around you.
If you're able to get any info on maybe what to do about the two cats, very young cats, 6 to 7 months old, that live outside, and the guy made a little box. It's like a shelf, as like you would have in maybe a kitchen, but it's on the side of a shed, and they live and they have little blankets, and he said he was going to do something to keep them warm, but I went there and there's some like stuff that you would put in the window for the sun to block the sun out, a solar shield kind of looking thing, but there wasn't any heat when I felt them. It didn't feel like there was more heat, and it's getting cold, and I'm feeling like maybe I should try to get them somewhere else, but he wants to keep them there, but I don't know if they're going to be safe if he tries to keep them, because I don't think that he's made something warm enough for them.
Continue to monitor them as your heart calls out to you to watch over them as well. This is opening your soul, your journey to being more open-hearted, vulnerable, and caring of others. Continue with your progress. And if you are in conversation with the other soul, this is another aspect of your further development, shall we say? Communication, trust, working together in community, making decisions together with another.
Yeah, I think I'll
For
talk to
what's
to the
best.
guy.
All of these are opportunities for you to experience a more fullness within yourself, within your being. Notice I ask each of you for these opportunities of conversation, for these opportunities of unexpected interactions. And where your heart stands during these times. Do frustrations come up to be released? For you to see them and acknowledge them, thank them for letting you know of their awareness of your irritation at a particular thing. Perhaps when driving. Is there another methodology other than yelling in frustration at another driver that quote unquote cut you off? Honking your horn in impatience. Taking deep breaths and crossing your arms and sighing, standing in lines while waiting your turn. These are all expressions of the mind, the ego. That sense of, shall we just say it? What the fuck? Why is that happening to me? Of flipping the coin and looking at it from a different point of view and saying, ah, perhaps this is a reflection of something I need to work on within my own soul. Thank you for mirroring that back to me. Mirroring is what we like to do for ourselves. So we ask you to mirror yourself to the central sun, to the light of all that is, the various prismatic rays that you have access to. Bring them into your being, into your heart. Emanate them through your spine, circling them through your being, these light codes, and then sending them out once more through your heart, spreading them far and wide. Not just the typical 3 feet of, oh, this is my space, or the current 6 feet of spacing. You are asked to send your energy out for miles and miles and miles and miles. Because your energies travel out not just to this universe, but to other universes wherein you reside, to your galactic families wherein you reside. Oftentimes you are your galactic family. So think of the sense of this. That your being is affecting the multidimensional yous. I thank you and honor you for your continued work as you watch over these dear little creatures of Mother Gaia. It is a blessing indeed. Are there other questions at this time? I sense a peacefulness amongst you all. I will send you with a blessing. to assist with the gentleness of the releasing, the quickness of the releasing of these lower frequencies as you grow into the more beautiful, shiny, bright, charming reflection of who you are. As you find yourself illuminated within.
Thank you. I was driving, so I couldn't answer.
You are welcome. We ask you to take a breath and hold it into your being. Release it and hold it outside of your being. And repeat this 3 times. Another breath in and hold. Another breath out and hold. Another breath in and hold. And finally, another breath out with sound. Find yourself in your quantum state of peacefulness and bliss. It is our joy to have joined you here today. Thank you for honoring me with your time. Many blessings to you on your journeys.
Blessings to you.
Thank you. Peace, blessings.
Did you? What happened? Did I go on mute?
I don't, yeah, I think so.
Did you hear the end of that?
A little bit, yeah.
Which end? What did you say at the end?
I heard
The closing blessing. There was a closing blessing of light language. I heard my phone ring and beep, and then I don't know. And then I opened my eyes and I'm like, oh, I'm on mute.
Oh,
Susan,
yeah,
you're
that
on mute.
happens when
Speaking of mute.
the phone does
And
that.
I'm putting myself on mute, so they're playing with us, I guess. No, you were just on mute for like 30 seconds at the very end, right before you open your eyes. So you,
Oh, wow.
yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
we heard, yeah. So we heard
Okay.
the majority of the blessing, except for maybe the very tail end of it, right before you open your eyes.
I think we heard everything, and then
I think it
Come on
as you
now.
ended.
shut your eyes, you went
Finish it.
on mute. I think, I don't know.
I think it ended with
Something like
Slow down.
well, I did the light language. I remember hearing that. Some kind of toning. I thanked or said you're welcome, something like that. And then something about I honor you for honoring me with your presence, something like that. Did you hear that part?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I think you got it all.
yeah, we got.
So can you explain again for the group who Ben Ra is? And I know it's part, isn't it aspect of your like your higher self, or or a guide?
I
Or you're like
were
the da-
saying
or like daughter of Ra? Is that what?
because I know that I have with Ra. So Ra said he is always with me. Like he's always with me. Always. He said since I think last year. He said he was always with me, but not like in full presence. But he said now he's always with me. So like that was like what last year, I think, when I was getting that information with Maggie's channeling. I have to go back and look like when she was saying that, when she channeled that information for me. But I feel his presence around me often. And even since a child, it's always like, oh, you need to get into this. Like I had like this urge was like, I need to be in the sun, you know, like a zombie. I gotta be in the sun. But I'm not a vampire. Send me to the sun. So
No, I
but
think
anyway,
didn't Ben Ra, the name Ben Ra,
But-
just come through in the last few months in a channeling?
yeah.
And I can't
And
remember if I
then-
was channeling or someone else was channeling, but I thought Ben Ra had something to do with like father,
Son of Ra, or something
son
like
of
that.
Ra,
Right,
or
we were kinda
daughter
talking
of Ra,
about
or
that.
something like that. Yeah.
And maybe that's the whole sense of it, is that as daughter of Ra, that I'm actually son of Ra, therefore Ben Ra. But I don't know. I don't know that clarification. All I know is when Ra comes through me, all of a sudden I'm like yelling, like yelling my information, and my light language comes through like really like loud, like it's almost like this power. And then I also have like so it was like I had this pressure, almost like angel wings on my back were like opened and extended, like I could feel this pressure, like it's like normally I kind of make me slouch when I sit, but I was like I felt like I was like sitting tall, and maybe that's not the I mean I kind of feel this energy still like strong around me,